My name is Amma Duncan. I am a corporate trainer, business coach, and founder of the Fabulous Woman Network. I am very passionate about seeing an Africa in which women in business are empowered to create wealth and impact people. And so, for that reason, I have been coaching women in business or new women in business for about 3 years now. And just last year, 2020, I started the group coaching for startups to help new women in business plan, execute, and achieve their business goals. And one of the lovely, amazing, fabulous clients I've had the privilege of working with has been Gifty Akua Sarpong. Oh, let me just say something. At a point, she wasn't even talking to me. She refused to talk to me. But she said a success story. At a point, I hope she shares that story herself. And what happened that she won't talk to Amma Duncan. So, Gifty, thank you so much for agreeing to have this chat with me today. Like I said, we are going to chat about your business experience, how you started, a bit about you, and then the experience of working with me. Just share it for others, just in case, one, there are others who are also considering the group coaching for startups, or perhaps they want to start their own business and your story can inspire them as well. And then finally, we want people to know about your amazing products and services. So these are the 3 reasons we are doing this today. So let's start by you just introducing yourself to us.
Okay, thank you so much for the opportunity.
Welcome.
So my name is Gifty Akua Sarpong.
So it's not
Yes,
Akua.
some people call me Akua, but I'm okay with that. But my name is actually Akua Sarpong.
Really? No. So let's talk about that. So is that Fanti, Asante?
Okay, so it's Ewe, I should say. I think that's, yes.
What? Really? I would, but it's the same spelling. A-K-U-A.
Yes,
Oh,
A-K-U-A.
I see.
But it's my name is Akua and not Akua. But a lot of people call me Akua, and
yeah, because
I'm okay with that actually. But
okay.
I call myself, yes.
Okay.
And some people also call me the gift. So I'm Gifty. You can call me Gifty. You can call me Akua. You can call me the gift. Whichever one you're comfortable with, I'm okay with that.
Okay, thank you. So yes, a bit more about Gifty. Who is Gifty?
That's a very simple but tough question. Gifty. So I'm a mom of 3, married. I live in Accra, Ghana, and what do I do? Okay, so up to the time up to before Corona time, before Corona or COVID came into the country, I was teaching and then also marketing some products for an educational company.
Okay.
So that was what I was doing before I decided to, but we'll get to that later, before I decided to start my own business.
Okay.
And I love to um, spend time with family and friends. I love to, anyone who knows me knows I love music. I love to listen to good music. I love to sing as well. And I love to travel. I love adventure. I really, really love adventure. So
what's the most amazing adventure you've ever been on?
Okay, so that would have been in 2018. I took a trip with some friends to Mauritius, and I, I did a lot of crazy things that usually when I travel, my husband is like, he wouldn't really let me, not he wouldn't let me do, but he would try and discourage me from doing.
At this time, he wasn't there, right?
He wasn't there, so I did everything that I wanted to do. I remember being in Dubai with my husband. I think that was in 2016 or sometime, and I was like, oh, I am going skydiving. And he did everything. He did everything he could to, discourage me from doing that. So usually when we travel together, we're just visiting tourist sites and then doing like simple things. When I'm like, oh, let's go and do this, and he's like, no. Or sometimes he would watch us do it, but he wouldn't take part.
Join, yeah.
In it. So
amazing.
I had a blast in Mauritius.
Oh my God. So, okay, so let's talk about this skydiving thing. You haven't actually done it yet, right?
I
But
haven't done it yet, but I think the next opportunity I get, I will do it, whether he likes it or not.
oh my God, you have so much fire, Gifty. I've always known that. I mean, I am not surprised to hear this, that skydiving, respect, respect. Okay, now let's talk about your business. So, what's your business name and what do you do? What are your products and services?
Okay, so the name of my business is Tasty Alternatives, and we deal in wagashi. That's our main thing is wagashi, and I have kind of added a few other things to it along the line,
Okay.
but our main focus is actually wagashi.
So, can you tell us, first of all, what wagashi is before I go into asking how you started the business in the first place?
Okay, so sure. I know there are a lot of people who don't know what wagashi is. There are a lot of people I have had to introduce wagashi to. So I'm sure there are people listening to us who have no idea what wagashi is and they have never heard of it before. So wagashi is actually a local cheese. It's a cheese made from organic cow's milk.
Okay.
And the milk is curdled, and then when the whey separates from the curdles, then I don't know how to say it. It's the
The
liquid
white
is
fat. So
kind of,
it's like fat.
excuse me,
Is it fat or protein?
it's a protein.
It's a protein. Oh, I thought it
Yes,
was fat. All this time when I'm eating, I'm like, oh, that's a lot of fat you are eating. Oh, so it's actually protein and not the fat. Okay, okay.
yes, yes. So
And
it
then,
is curdled, and when it separates from the whey, then the solid part of it becomes firm, and then it is fried and eaten like as an alternative to meat or as a snack or whatever.
okay, okay, I see. So that's your main product. And aside from that,
That's my
so
main.
this wagashi, how do you present it? Like I have tasted it that you've given me twice already. I still have some in my freezer. But for the sake of
Mhm.
those listening, just describe how you present it, like how you actually sell it to people.
How I actually okay, so
Do you have
I
do you have for us to see?
yes, I have a little fried wagashi here,
Yeah.
and I also have the fresh kind
Okay,
over
so please, can you just show it to the camera so we see how
here.
it
Okay,
looks like?
okay. So this is a piece of fresh wagashi. It's usually white.
Yeah.
When you go to the market to get it, or wherever you get it, it's usually white because it's just milk. But sometimes too, you would go to the market and find it a bit reddish or pinkish. And that's because it's been cooked with this. I don't know if you could see it well. This is sorghum stock. This
Is
is
this
what
what they use
what
for
you
matcha?
cook. Yes, this is what they use to cook wache.
Okay.
Yeah, so sometimes you go to where they sell wagashi and you find pinkish or reddish wagashi. Don't be afraid. It hasn't been colored. It's just been cooked with.
Okay.
It's just been cooked with sorghum stock.
Okay.
So this is the white wagashi. That's
I
how.
see.
And then this is, I don't know if you can see, these are just a few pieces of fried.
I wish I could grab it. Oh,
So those are a few pieces of fried wagashi.
I see.
So what I do is I get the fresh wagashi and then I fry it and then package it nicely and then like ready to eat. So I sell it with a
And then
dip.
you spice it. You know your spicing is off the hook. The one that you use, I don't know whether the green pepper or something.
Okay.
And now I'm tasting it now.
Okay, so I sell it with a dip. I make a spicy dip with green pepper and other things dip. Then I also have the yaji spice, the spice that I don't
The
know if you can
powder
see
one.
it. This is it. The powder spice that usually is sold with kebab.
Hmm.
So those are the two dips that come along with it.
Hmm. Now like my mouth is watering. Look, let me just have the rest of my green juice. By the way, are you doing the green challenge? Is it green smoothie challenge or something? This is my attempt. Okay. So please, if anyone sees green on my teeth, it's just because I drank them. It's not because I didn't brush my teeth. Okay.
Okay.
So this wagashi business, what made you start it? What inspired you to, start this business in the first place?
Okay. So I've always known that I wanted to have my own business or do my own thing, but I couldn't really figure out what it is that I really wanted to do. I had a few ideas in mind, but all those things required a lot of like capital or space or things that I didn't really have at the moment, things that I couldn't have started with before. So one day I was I was home. I was actually doing dishes in the kitchen, and then I was thinking about what I could like do to sell. Then I remembered being in Kumasi. That should have been sometime last year. I don't know if it was last year or early this year. And I went to, is it Opoku Trade or something? And then I saw, I saw corn dough and cassava dough that had been neatly packaged in the freezer. Then I was like, wow, I had never seen such a thing. Like, so I was telling myself that people are getting really creative with packaging our local goods, making them look presentable enough. So I was just thinking, what is it that I can also do to sell? So I had the idea that okay, probably I could try wagashi, and then like it was just a crazy. I'm someone who who thinks my imagination can really run wild
Yeah, I mean,
sometimes. So
someone
it's
who
just
wants to go skydiving, obviously, you're a very creative person.
so it was just like a crazy idea that crossed my mind, and I was like, oh, okay. So I was washing dishes when that idea came to me. I was like, oh, wagashi. Then I was like, oh, so I just brushed it. I brushed it aside. And the very next day, my sister sent I think a screenshot of someone else who was doing the same thing. Like she had just seen it, and then she posted it in our family group, and she was like, look. I was like, oh, I just had that same idea the previous day. So I thought about it and I was like, oh, okay, well, someone has already taken my idea. So I was like, okay, because I didn't want to actually do something that someone is doing already because I don't want to, you know, someone to think that I'm stealing their business or something.
No comments. No comments.
No comments. Okay. So I was like, oh no, okay, someone is already doing that. And right there and then I think I said that in the group, and my sister was like, why don't you do something differently, different from what the person is doing? Like you could sell the same wagashi, but then do something differently. And then she just put I think she said yes, she has just given me free advice or free of charge, or she said something funny like that, like that's advice and free of charge, like I didn't have to pay for such an advice. And I didn't really think much of it anyway, but then later on I was thinking about it, okay, what can I do differently to my wagashi? And then I realized that most of the people who sell their wagashi do not season it or spice it before they fry. They just they just use salt, okay, and to as seasoning, and then they fry. So then whenever I get wagashi, then I start to experiment with it. The wagashi that I'm having to eat for myself, I start to experiment with it. So then I started by spicing it with pepper and ginger and onions, like how you would usually spice meat. I started by doing that and playing around with the portions and then all that and giving it to people to taste. So, well, I would usually give to my sister, my sister to taste and then give me feedback. And that's kind of how I was doing the wagashi, like for me and my sister. But then I usually get my wagashi from outside of Accra because it's cheaper that way. And my sister also loves wagashi. So when I get it, or when I'm going to order the wagashi, I'll ask her if she wants any. And usually she would say yes. So there was one time usually I would send it to her raw, like the fresh wagashi. And then that day she requested that I fry her wagashi for her, and she was willing to pay for it. So she said, okay, your she was like, okay, your business starts now. And so I had to fry the wagashi for her, and I charged her, and I made some good money from that. So then she was like my only customer. She was the one who would always tell me fry wagashi for, but I didn't really, still I was a bit hesitant, or I don't know. I didn't want to really do it as a business. So when I heard of the group coaching, my sister was the one who actually recommended the group coaching to me, and I decided to join. And then when I joined, we tried to explore the different things that I could do right now with what I had, and it looked like wagashi was the easiest thing to start. So I decided to give it a start, and then that's how I am where I am today.
Okay, so your sister recommended the group coaching for startups for you to join, but what went through your mind when she said, okay, join, and then you started considering it? How was the...
Okay, so to be honest, when I actually I think we were coming, I was on my way back from Akosom, but we had gone for a strategy retreat.
Okay.
So at the strategy retreat, she talked about being connected to people who you think you can benefit from or learn a lot from. And I have been in the Fabulous Woman Network for a while, and I've watched you and been watching your videos and been learning a lot from you. So actually, when I messaged my sister, I was like, okay, can you please connect me to Amma Duncan? I just want to be her friend, Keke. That was the message that was the message that I sent to her. And she was like, oh yes, she can. And like, because she knew that I was also interested in starting business, she said, oh, Amma Duncan can also help you like with starting your business. And at the time I felt like I had other things to deal with at the time. So I told her that, well, let me finish dealing with these few issues, and then we can concentrate on business. But in the meantime, she should just connect us so that I can learn more from you. And she was like, oh, I can do both at the same time. As I solve those issues, I could still, start my
You just
business.
love your sister.
I could just start my business. So I said, okay. So then I think I don't remember if I contacted you or you contacted me, and then I told me about the upcoming group coaching, which I think that would have been September that I got in touch with you, and you said the coaching was going to be in October. And I was like, okay. So I thought that meant I'm in. A few days for the coaching to start. I remember you messaging me, asking me if I'm still interested in joining the group coaching, and I was a bit surprised because I thought that, oh, I'm already in, and I thought my name was first on the list and everything. I was just waiting for the time to come so that we could start. But then I signed up, and then it's been an awesome experience.
Okay. So when you signed up, what were your goals, or what did you want to get from the 6 weeks? What was your idea at the beginning, that this is my why, and this is what I'm looking for?
Okay. So at the beginning, when I signed up, all I wanted to do, at the time I was signing up, I still wasn't decisive as to exactly what it is that I wanted to do. So I just wanted to come out of the 6 weeks with knowing that this is what I want to do, and then try and figure out how I'm going to do it. So that was like my main goal for joining the group coaching, was to just try and figure out what it is that I wanted to do.
Okay. And then we started, and then tell us as many as you can give out without beating yourself up.
Okay, so we started. So the first day I joined the group coaching,
No, we had our one-on-one first, and
okay,
then
yeah. So we had our one-on-one first, which was a very good meeting. Made me feel very comfortable, and I was really looking forward to joining the group coaching. So it was during our one-on-one that you asked me a few questions. Even before the one-on-one, you had sent me a few videos to watch.
Yeah.
How to, I think, identify a business idea or a business opportunity or something like that. So you had sent me a few videos to watch, and I had noted down a few points. You had also asked me a few questions before then, and I had also noted those things down. And yeah, so it was during the group coaching that we were trying to figure out what it is that I can do right now with what I had. And then I think I said, okay, it looks like Wagashi is what I can do right now, but I was still a bit, hesitant. So then we joined, the group coaching started. And the first day in group coaching, I remember when it was when it was my time or my turn to unmute my mic and put my camera on and speak. I wouldn't speak. Oh, I didn't want to speak. I was like, because when I joined the group coaching, I know most of the other ladies who were there they were already into business, and like they were talking and saying what they were saying, so many things talking about business, and I felt like I didn't have anything to say. So I didn't contribute much during that our first session. And I remember messaging you right after the session and saying, Amma, I felt lost during today's I feel so lost and out of place. The first session I was like, okay, I don't know. But then you were gracious enough to give me another one-on-one session, and we're able to make a lot of progress. Then after that, then I was able to come back and then continue the group coaching.
Okay, and let's talk about the point where you had to start testing your products, that experience. And the fact that you stopped talking to me for a while in your head, though I didn't know you were not talking to me.
Okay, so I started when I started the group coaching, and I was sure that it was the Wagashi that I wanted to do. I was asked to kind of test my products, and with that I would supposed to give the product out to people to try it and then give their feedback. And I did that a little bit with family and friends. But there was one day that I was asked to, I think, take it to church or so to go and give out over there. But things didn't work out exactly as I had wished they would, and I wasn't able to get the Wagashi to have ready for to take with me on Sunday. And Amma is
me.
She wants results. So she keeps on checking. She'll keep on asking you, what have you done so far? Have you been able to do this? Have you been able to do that? And most of the time my response to her will be, oh, I'm working on it. But then she will still insist. She wants to know exactly what I'm working on. She wanted to know exactly what I'm working on. So I told her, okay, I would do it. So I think during the week she contacted me, and I said, okay, on Sunday I was going to test my products. But unfortunately, I didn't get the Wagashi to do it as planned. So I think the next day, or was it Sunday evening, she messaged me trying to figure out how it went. And then I told her, oh, I wasn't able to do it. And she just said, oh, you were not committed enough to make it happen. And that really that really I don't know, it's entered me, because I I think the previous night around 11, it was almost midnight when I was uh, in the Neo plant station trying to get the wagashi to come and make, but things just didn't work out because where I usually get the wagashi from, I couldn't get it. So I had asked for it to be sent to me from Kumasi. So around midnight, it was even my husband who took me out. So we were trying to get the driver and then get the wagashi. So when she said that, I was like, oh, after all that after all the wahala that I went through trying to get this thing ready, and she didn't even ask me, oh, why didn't you get it ready? She just said, oh, you were not committed.
How rude.
I was like, okay, that's all. You know, I know sometimes I don't respond well to correction, and it's it's something that I'm working on. So when she said that, it kind of, you know, hurts me, and I didn't tell her right there and then that I wasn't happy with what she said. So I just decided to ignore her for a while. So she would message me and say, how are you? What? I wouldn't really respond. I wouldn't really turn. I think I stopped turning I stopped going, or I stopped joining the group meetings, and you know, but then after a while I just thought about it and I was like, okay, let me just, you know, tell her, or let me just, so I spoke to her about it, and the surprising thing was that she had no idea that what she said had even offended me. So I honestly felt stupid, but anyway, she had no idea that what she had done had offended me. So we were able to talk about that. But then during that time of silence, I was also able to um, that really kind of pushed me because I had been eyeing the butterfly market for a while, but I didn't really have the boldness or confidence to go out there, put myself out there. But then in my mind, I was like, she says I'm not committed enough. I'm going to show her.
Show her. I will show her.
I'm going to show her. So I I made arrangements. I made all the inquiries that I needed to, and then I made arrangements to have my product tested at the butterfly market, so that I was able to test my products at the butterfly market. I went with samples. I didn't go there with the aim of selling. So I went there with just a lot of samples for people to taste and then give me their feedback, because I was still experimenting with the kinds of wagashi that I was doing. So I went with the ones that I've seasoned, the ones that were unseasoned. I fried some with coconut oil and then some with regular
That's
oil.
my favorite.
So I took all those there, and then I was just trying to get people's feedback. And we had so many people coming by our stand, and the feedback was amazing. And there were people who, you know, liked the sample so much that they were ready to buy it. So I ended up selling. I ended up selling my samples. Oh, no, actually, I think I went with just a few packs to sell. Yes, for sale, because I wasn't really sure how they would accept the product. So I just went with a few packs to sell, and then I went with more samples because my main aim for going there was to test my product. So after running out or selling out my packs of wagashi, I ended up selling the samples, and it was a great experience. And I think if you hadn't said those words to me, it wouldn't have pushed me to
so maybe it was the Holy Spirit that said those words, not me. So let's forgive Amma. It wasn't Amma, it was the Holy Spirit. Okay, but I'm really happy you shared that experience. So if anyone is considering this, they will know that sometimes I may be a beast, but I'm generally a very nice person.
Oh,
okay.
you are.
Okay, so now from that time to, I know you've been going to Butterfly Market a few more times. You've done great with that. And so between that time to now that now you have your product, you've registered your business, tell us, how is business now for you, and what are you looking to do going from here?
Okay, so business is great. It can be better anyway, but things are picking up slowly. I was getting a lot of orders when I start from the time I started. I would pick people's contacts from the butterfly market and then um, do deliveries to them when they wanted some. And then I also do a little advertising on Facebook and then on Instagram. So I would get also a few orders from there. So that's what I've been doing. But since we entered the new year, the orders have been a little slow in coming. I don't know if people have chopped all their money this Christmas or.
No, but for all you know, there are so many other people who actually need to know you and know that, hey, this product is available in Ghana. They just don't know. So now that somebody is watching, they're like, oh, Gifty is the one I should contact. So yes, you're going to give us information. I'm just looking here because my notes are on the phone. So you're going to give us information about how to reach you. Tell us, do we have to like meet you at a shop, or do we get your contact? How do people reach you?
Okay, so I'm on Instagram and Facebook as Stacy Alternatives _GH. And then my WhatsApp, you can reach me by phone call or WhatsApp, which is 0262 And then on the first and third Saturdays of each month, you usually find me at the butterfly markets inside cantonments.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Where is it?
So at the Du Bois Center inside Cantonment. So you usually find me there.
First and third Saturday.
First and third Saturday of
February. Next Saturday you'll be there.
This coming Saturday.
Oh, it's already
a market day. It should be a market day, but unfortunately I wouldn't be able to go there. I have a different engagement this Saturday. So the first Saturday of next month, you definitely find me there.
Okay, excellent. So people will find you. So ladies, I mean, I have tried the wagashi twice. Please get the one with the coconut oil. That one. And her thing, I don't know what she puts in. You know how you back something is so nice, but you try it, you can never get it. So me, I've given up trying these things. Look, just you go to the maestro, they do it for you, and then you buy and go. I like what your sister did, just saying, please fry it for me, because you really want it to be on point. So thank you very much. Before I let you go, Gifty, just let us know, why do you recommend the group coaching for startups to other women? And specifically, which category of women, based on your experience, which category of women do you think should sign up for this?
Okay, so I think I would recommend the group. What is it? Group
start. Yeah, it's a mouthful.
Okay. I'll recommend the coaching for startups to new women in business, and then maybe you've been in business for a while but you're struggling, and then also those who want to start a business but then maybe don't know exactly what it is that they want to do. So and anybody at all who's interested in business and making money, I think I would recommend the startup coaching to them. And it was such a great experience, honestly. I was able to learn a lot. And when as I said earlier, I didn't expect to start like my business during the coaching time, or even like my goal or what I was looking at was, okay, when we enter the new year, then I would see how I would start. But then things just moved amazingly, and then I was able to start. And then also the other ladies in the group, I think being able to share ideas and then all that was something that was very good.
And we are all still in touch. I see some of them ordering your products and all that. So that's really amazing. Wow. So anyway, thank you so much, Gifty, for spending this time with me and sharing, laying it all bare, well, almost all of it, and also telling us how to find you and even educating us about wagashi. I think you have a huge responsibility to educate us, because that protein is really good, but a lot of us don't know it. But I think it was your sister who first mentioned it in our group, And then I got to know, oh, so we keep saying your sister, your sister. Who is your sister?
Okay, so I am Yawa Hansen Kwau's sister. So my sister is Yawa Hansen.
Yes, she's the fabulous leading lady, Yawa Hansen Kwau, and many of us know her. I mean, she's been a blessing to many of us, and she continues to be a blessing. And so good for you. You grew up with her. I wonder how it was like. Did you fight or was she protective? Let's gossip about Yawa a bit.
She's not listening, so she won't come and beat me.
You have no idea how she follows you. She will listen. She will watch this video.
Okay, so growing up, I was kind of a tomboy, so I would spend most of the time with my brothers climbing trees and riding bicycles and then doing all that. And then she was kind of like the lady type.
Lady,
so you always
oh my goodness, Yawa is so prim.
She always, yeah, she wouldn't really do what we would do. She would be reading her books and then doing her,
not surprised.
And we didn't used to fight that much, but when we did, it was over chores and then clothes. Maybe she'll be out, I might sneak and wear her shirt or something else, and then she'll come, or her sandals, I remember. I'll wear something of hers and she'll be like, take it off or something. Yes, so those were the things that she would fight over, or like dishes. So when we were growing up, we each had like a day. We used to wash dishes in turns. So I grew up in a big family, actually. We're 6 in number. So we would take turn in washing the dishes. So what will usually happen, let's say today is what, Wednesday. Today being Wednesday, if I'm the one supposed to wash dishes, and let's say she's supposed to wash dishes on Thursday, she wouldn't want anything left from Wednesday to be. So in the morning, she'd be like, look, come and wash your leftovers.
Yeah.
No, but sometimes, like, I would wash my dishes at night, but then maybe someone might come and use even if it's just a small plate and a cup, yeah, I will say I should come and wash it. I should come and wash it, or she will wash hers and leave mine in the corner and be like, those are Akua's leftovers that she.
Okay, now we need her permission before we put this on, because I want.
Oh, but she's been awesome. She's been very awesome. Even now, as like we're all grown up, she's been a great support and someone that I look up to a lot, and someone that I learn a lot. I learn so much. She's someone full of wisdom. And
yeah, I know, right? All that reading paid off. Yeah, she's really smart. And
yes, and someone that I really draw a lot of inspiration and wisdom from. So I thank God for her life.
Yeah,
and I'm glad to call her my sister. I'm blessed.
And I'm your Pecha sister too. Please, I beg. We are all sisters here. We are all sisters. Oh my God! Oh, thank you so much, Gifty. I've had such a lovely time. How do you feel? I loved it.
Oh yes, I feel good because honestly, I'm not the kind of person who would who likes to put myself out there. So yeah. I was a bit hesitant or a bit nervous, but then entering 2021, I was just telling myself that I'm going to put all these kind of things aside. I'm going. Yes, like
what makes you happy. Yeah.
Yes, I'm going to do what makes me happy. So I've honestly had a great time chatting with you, and
yeah,
I'm looking forward. I think I've signed up for Learn It Sunday, so I would. So I would yes, share more about what I'm doing and then go into like more detail what I'm doing on Learn It Sunday. So
all right,
I'm growing. I'm learning to.
Yeah, you're doing well, Gifty. You're doing well. So let me just sign off here with everyone who is going to be watching the replay. We recorded this and then you get to watch the replay. Thank you so much for watching us, listening to Gifty's beautiful story. As you can see, she's amazing. Who would have thought that a proper prim pro lady like her would want to go skydiving? Oh my God. I mean, the day I do the whole skydiving thing, I would know that I've conquered all of my fears, because currently it's the fear of heights that we are still dealing with. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you want to know more information about the group coaching for startups, the link is in the bio. If you're watching this on Instagram, link is in the bio. If you're watching this anywhere else, it's in the caption. I will be more than happy to help you plan, execute, and achieve your business goals. If you're unsure, if you have questions, just send me a message. My email is hello@amaduncan.com, or I'm going to add the number too that you can call us on. And of course, if you want Wagashi, you know who to reach out to. If you can't remember her, just ask me, Ama, where can I get my Wagashi from? And I'll hook you up. And of course, you give me the commission.
Of course, of course.
Thank you all, and bye.
Thank you. Bye.